up here at the Crazy Lobster. Got 2 soles in my hands. Let's give this a go.
Hey, Baka! Yes! Hey!
We love eyes from across the room, and I feel like I'm about to explode. And I clench my hands tight, so I won't unleash it too soon. Give it to me when I'm home. And I'll wrap you
Oh,
up,
man.
and we play hide and seek.
Oh, man.
And my heart rate climbs
Oh,
up
man.
about 130.
Oh, man.
And I wanna
Yeah.
help you reach it,
Yeah.
baby. 'Cause you told me that you like to
Hey,
get dirty.
Baka!
You're dirty and I like that.
Yeah. There's something fun about meeting, your people in the street community. It's just amazing how you feel like you're already friends, even though you've never met.
You're dirty and I like that.
Yes! 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 Yes!
This is what you deserve. When do you get the nerve to try and break free of me?
Okay, getting ready for the big show tonight, and I thought I'd have something to drink. Do I want a Blanton's? Blanton's, that's pretty good. Eagle Rare, that's pretty good. Whistle Pig, another good one. Woodford Reserve, okay. Oh, Heaven Hill, that's good. Maybe I don't want a bourbon. Maybe I'll go to Grey Goose, have a dirty martini, or even throw in there a fancy tequila, or maybe even this bad boy. But instead, I think I'm gonna make my choice. I got my favorite glass, my St. Louis Blues Stanley Cup champion glass. And I'm gonna go with Gavel Light C. Gavel Light, it sounds refreshing. Take this cap off, pour myself a nice little glass of this stuff. Oh, looks like a fancy water. Okay, here we go. Here's the first of many. Okay, it's pretty good. I've only got this much more to go. I'll keep you posted on the results.
Don't go in there. Please, I'm begging you. Don't go in there. Don't go in there.
I'm going in.
loading.
System 1 loaded.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
I smell a smelly smell that smells smelly.
I don't wanna get you out of my system. Tell me your heart. Is it only me? Is it only me you've got all night long? Cause I need to know, baby. Yeah, I gotta know right now. So good, babe, so good, babe. So good, so good, so good, it hurts. So good, babe, so good, babe. You got me good. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You got me.
Exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you. And love, life's sweetest reward. Let it flow. It flows back to you. The love boat. Soon we'll be making another run. The love boat. Promise is something for everyone. Tell an adventure your mind on a new romance. Yeah. And love won't hurt anymore. It's an open smile on a friendly shore. Yes, love.
Now, don't you tell that big Carol Baskin that it's Wednesday night and the ship show's on. We don't want her kind watching this show.
The ship show.
Oh yeah.
Well then, how about that? How do I find the live stream? Oh, there it did it for me automatically. Larry, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there. You know, so far so good.
Wasn't sure if you'd be on the camera or on the pot once we came live, but I'm glad to see you. You're looking festive. I like the hat.
You never know when that urge is going to hit you, though. So, you know, beware. I could be like out of here in a flash.
Yes, you could, or maybe a flush.
Yes. So far, I got to tell you, hasn't been so bad. I don't know. I was expecting like way worse, but I started drinking that stuff right before 3 o'clock. It said, and like, I don't know. Maybe I'm not so full of crap after all.
Well, Arnold said that couldn't have been your colon in that video because we didn't see Melissa's foot in there.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Sorry, Larry. I didn't mean to make a video without telling you.
It was awesome. It was fun.
I found a sudden spark of inspiration.
It's funny, I'm so overdue for this, and I can't tell you all the reasons why. But anyway, I need to get it done, and so you learn that the people that are involved with it actually have a great sense of humor, and they're very, very nice people so far. Melissa had it done 2 weeks ago, and I get it done at the same place, but they kind of go over kind of in detail about it, and they kind of put you at ease. And she just said, if you don't follow all these things, we could get in there. She's like, like Jamie said, the camera doesn't have a windshield wiper, so we could get in there. And if you didn't go low fiber and no nuts, no seeds, it won't work, and you'll have to do the reschedule and do the whole thing over. So she finally said, our motto is, we can't go up the hiney unless it's bright and shiny.
Oh boy. Listen, I gotta say, Kelly says my Bogoctober goes into production tomorrow. She was delayed by a writer's strike. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. The original thumbnail, Larry. Well, you saw it. I actually snuck it into the intro.
That was
as
so
Easter
funny.
Eggs. Did you see it?
Yeah. That was so funny.
There was a couple iterations of the thumbnail with the guys with the fingers and but the little thought bubble that was coming out of your head in the thumbnail that says, why are his hands so big? It originally said, you could at least buy me dinner first. But I changed it.
So unbelievably, I have a female doctor.
Daniel Field says the nickname The Bum has never been more appropriate.
Yep.
Oh, the bum.
I think the worst part, I haven't been feeling the greatest, so not eating today was really no big deal. Just drinking that chicken broth is disgusting though. It was horrible. So I just kind of been drinking water, Gatorade, coffee. Anyway, I'm getting to that part. I have to wake up at 3:30 in the morning, drink the final liter, and then I have to be there at 7:30. So I think the worst part is you just wind up being exhausted. And I'm sure I'll be really hungry tomorrow when it's over. So hopefully it all goes well.
We had an accident. Speaking of segues, I can't tell if there's been an accident or if Nova's unfiltered farts have started dropping again.
Oh,
I think that one's just a fart. That dog can strip the varnish off a Foot Locker, and it's every 15 seconds, just a silent but deadly. Here you go. I am now part of you.
Wow.
I'm surprised they're not up my hiney as we speak. Oh, man. My dad says it tastes awful as well. Listen, Larry, I got something to say.
Yeah. I'm
Larry, we can send a man to the moon. We can send spacecraft to the surface of Mars, send back high-resolution images of a crevasse on Mars for the whole world to see. But somehow, we haven't figured out the technology that has 360 camera in it, in a pill form that you take, that has little thrusters on it that can go forward and backward. You take 4 pills. This is what you do. You take 4 pills at 3 different intervals, and they stitch those 4 images together to get a whole beautiful view of your colon, right? You catch the pills in a strainer. I don't know. We'll figure that part out. You catch the pills. You send them in. They download the footage, USB something, and then, throw them in the sanitizer and send them off to the next customer. I'm saying there's no way that if they can stick a probe into a crevasse on the surface of Mars, millions of miles away, and we can get a clear image of it, that I have to go in there, have some doctor put on his gloves and be like, hey, do you want my left or right hand? You pick. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Well.
You walk in, the doctor says, somebody told me you like the bigger camera. It's like, what the... I don't...
I thought of this. It's like, they've heard every corny joke in the world by now. All I'll say is, Melissa had it done like 2 weeks ago when I went. They had brought me in when she was done, and all of a sudden, this person appears and starts telling me how well it went, and then I was just like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "Yeah, she had nothing. It was clean as there was nothing, zero. She was perfectly clean. She doesn't have to come back for 10 years." And I said, "Oh, okay." And then she's like, "I'll be right back." And I said to the nurse, I'm like, "Who is that?" She's like, "That was the doctor." And I'm like, "What did she do back in high school?" She looked like she was like 15 years old.
Nancy Field said she knew. That's what I was going to say. Well, I mean, you had Doogie Howser.
Yeah. So she was a little groggy. It's just coming out of the anesthesia, but other than that, I was like, and so I knew I had a female, so I thought I had this one. So I said, "Well, you want to hear?" I said, "This is great news. You want to hear the bad news?" And she's like, "Oh no, what?" And I said, "I think you're taking care of me in 2 weeks." She's like,
boy.
She's like, "Oh, we'll be glad to have you."
Doogie Howser.
So no, I have a different female than Melissa did, but it's one of those things. She said you get in a gown, they say turn on your side.
Doogie Howser.
They hook you up to an IV. She was like, I remember them hooking me up to an IV, and then next thing I know, you're staring at me, trying to get me to talk to you. I couldn't believe it. It was like, it was. She went in at 8. They had her done by 9:30. So I hope mine goes fast too. Fast and in and out and not have to go back on it.
Oh, Doogie Howser. Jamie says maybe there's some fertilizer opportunities. But listen, Tess had a super awesome comment. Forget the USB. I mean, heck, we got technology, Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, right? That way, one-time use. I know they have the boxes that you can take a dump in and mail off to whoever. First of all, I don't want to poop in a box. Second of all, that's for low-risk people. It's understood that it's not very accurate. But, Larry, I just want to say, I wish you the best. I hope it all comes out all right. And I hope it all goes in all right. And
well, all I'm worried about is I get there and all of a sudden I wake up and they say, no, you're not all cleaned out and you have to do this again. So I really tried to follow the rules. Because I eat tons of vegetables, and so I have had 0 for 3 days. None, no nuts, no seeds, no everything
corn.
They told me. No vegetables whatsoever. No, I mean, I've really, really tried, and I got that Miralax stuff, and I even used that, and so I hope it all. I just want to be done with it. Just do it, be done with it, and hopefully everything is a-okay.
Crazy Cat Travelers, she's talking about the box thing that you could do, right? I feel bad for the mail guy too, right? It's like, it's icy out and you go to pick it up there. Maybe you got a couple packages out there. You pick up the box, you slip on the ice. Next thing you know, you bounce off the banister. The box falls, hits you in the face. it's been cold, it's frozen, it breaks the cardboard, and now you got, a poosicle. I get it. That's why I'm saying. And I know they probably have the pills, okay? And I'm sure they're expensive.
I just look upon it, if you have polyps, they have to go in there to remove them, so if they're, they can take care of it while they're investigating. So
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Get it done.
But I mean, again, they could put a laser in the pill. Just. But that's what you call shix-faced. That's correct, Big Al. Super awesome comment. Don't worry, Nancy. Everything will be just fine. I can feel it. Well, Larry, we've got some people in the house. We'll quick say hi. If you don't mind.
No, I don't. I don't mind at all. Good to be back for everybody. Had a little bit of a hiatus, so good to be here.
Larry was taking care of hockey stuff last week. Arnold filled in his stead. Did a fantastic job.
Did a wonderful job.
This or That was played. It was fun. I did. Hold on. Before we say anything, I don't know if Gina Bird is here or Matt Bird, but so I sent them their very own custom, what do you call it? Like the Stanley tumbler that all the kids got these days. How you doing, Linda Cusiak? And you know what I'm talking about, Larry? Those big giant mugs that everybody carries around, the water thing.
Yep.
I had their custom one made with the Yukons.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not
that.
Not that. Oh, what's this? My favorite shirt. Oh, no, it's not that. Oh, I thought I had it in here, but I guess I didn't. But anyway, I ordered it on the 10th, right? And it keeps saying label created, and it's waiting for the package in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I sent an email to the place and said, "Hey, what's up? What's going on?" And they said, "Well, it was shipping from Germany." I'm like, Germany? I paid for the shipping. It said it was going to deliver on the 15th, and it's been sitting with the label created since the 12th in Las Vegas. Well, we can create another one for you. So that's exactly what I told him to do today. But I was kind of disappointed because it was supposed to deliver by the 14th and it hasn't. And I know the Shafghans got theirs today. So Gina Bird, I don't know what's going on. I guess they have to reproduce it and resend it.
Well, they were on the Sun Princess anyway, so they were not at home. So
right, but I'm saying now, who knows? I paid extra for shipping just to make sure that I had a guaranteed date. It said the 15th, and they're just over here, but pulling some shenanigans. But they'll get it eventually. She did get her pin, so that's a plus. Debbie Shafghans is in the place. She got her prize for her hubby. I got a photo of it, of him wearing it. I told her to post it in the Facebook group. Not sure if she did or not. But glad to have you. Robin Allison, hello. Kevin Brubaker, I pooped in a box and shipped it. I hope whoever gets it isn't too upset with me. Not sure where it went. Scott McNeil and Flamingo Flam Palm Chicken Dance Chance in the house. Moderators, ship show style. Thank you for being here. Jamie from Sharon at Sea Travel, fresh off the Miami Vikings game. I'm kidding. It's not even that. It is the San Diego Chargers against the Arizona Falcons game he just came from. And sorry about the loss there, my friend. Gina Bird, Brandoline 94, Nancy Fields, all up in the place. Mike, the Itch Williams, Mary Barkley, how are ya? Marianne Cum Thompson, I need to get a hold of you for the hat for our cruises. You need to get a hold of your brother or join the Ship Show Facebook group and go to the featured section. I can't tell you how many times people say, hey, where do I find that hat? Ship Show Facebook group. There's a button at the top, says featured. Click it. First thing you see should be the Coop Toque. You click that link, boom, there you go. Bada boom, bada bing. The very next thing in the feature section is the pin section, where you can order the pins for like $2 for whatever pin you may or may not have earned. Marianne Cum Thompson, if Arnold gets lazy and doesn't want to send it to you, private message me and I will hook you up. Crazy Cat Traveler in the place. Daniel Fields in the house. Jose Herrera in the house. Really likes that guy who posts about the drinks. I can tell you that, Larry. There's like 17 videos per week of that guy, the drinking buddy guy, in the Coop Cruise. Very funny man. Tony Action Jackson, I know for a fact, wouldn't let the Ship Show down for a Big October video. We'll get to that in a minute.
That was on my mind.
But I can tell you this, Larry. I can tell you this.
I know
it's very likely that
this is
the end of it. It's too much. It's you know, I make a post about it. Everybody's like, yeah, I'm done with that. So, you know, it was fun while it lasted, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. We're starting to get some videos in.
Okay.
But, you know, not a lot. At this time last year, I had 4 times as many videos, but it is what it is. You know, people can do it. If they don't want to, they don't have to.
Just even if it's just a quick one, it's good to see people that you've cruised with in the past or what they're up to. Just a quick little hello, you know. Doesn't have to be anything elaborate.
A quick one's good. Ask Kelly. Who else we got here? Off the chisel in the place. Arnold is here. Let's see. Did I miss? Trevor Bagokler. He says boodle opener. I know what he's trying to say. But we'll leave that to Larry's discretion. We don't have any good ideas for this year. See, that's the problem. Everybody thinks they have to have an idea. All you have to do is say, "Hey, everybody, I'm Brandoline."
Yeah.
Happy Big October.
Right.
It doesn't have to be anything more or less. It doesn't have to be anything other than that. Okay.
So I watched the last 2 years, and a lot of people were like maybe 5 to 10 seconds, and they were great.
Yeah,
you know, it's just a simple. Hey, good to see you. It's, you know, you don't have to go through a great big ordeal.
Daniel Donnelly's made it a tradition. All he does is get on the camera and say, "Happy Big October, mother cluckers," and that's it. It's over. So
it's all some have to do. It's nice to have a variety. Some short ones, some longer ones, some medium ones.
That's what she
creative
said.
Ones, some basic ones. It's like, you know.
Boy, the jokes write themselves this evening.
My team wants to do one, I can tell you that.
Yeah, well, that's what you guys did last year, and I liked it.
Well, these are the only thing is these now I have 15 and 16-year-olds, and I'm a little nervous about what their creativity is going to be about.
Well, listen.
But we'll get something together. We got
John and Diamond said, "I just made a super awesome comment." You said sometimes you get a medium one, a big one, a little one, and never mind.
Variety is good.
Variety is the spice of life.
Variety is good,
as they say. Matt Bird is here. Wendy Johnstone. Mary Barkley, I already said that. Matt Bird, Mr. Yukon himself, and My son-in-law extraordinaire, Garrett Smith, is here. Garrett, tell Miss Hannah Banana Clayco I said hello, and we'll see you next weekend. We're bringing Nova home. Luna's gonna stay with her friends at the doggy daycare, but we are gonna take Nova home and introduce her to the fam. I love, honest to God, that both the dogs are asleep right now. I think that's pretty fantastic.
Did you by chance happen to see the last comment from Big Al?
He said, hello, Garrett.
No.
What did I miss?
No, you gotta go back.
I don't see. Geez, how far back do I have to go, Larry? Just read it.
Larry, the last thing you want is to be smiling when you walk out of that doctor's office.
Beverly Judka, how are you? Glad to see you. Yeah, I know. But still, like it's still a thing. You walk out the door and there's a reckoning, right? Like someone's coming in, you're coming out. What do? You put your head down. I mean, I don't know what you do. It's not like you high five, Well,
hey,
good luck,
again,
buddy.
so when Melissa was done, they said, you go get your car, bring it right up to the door. We're going to take her to your car in a wheelchair. They wheeled her right there to the door. And she was still a little groggy, a little uneasy. But when she got in the car, we were driving, then all she could say was, I want breakfast and I want it fast. So I like to go to a place called First Watch. And she's like, that's too far. I said, it's only like another 3 miles. She's like, IHOP is closer. We're going to IHOP. She ordered a feast. I mean, a feast.
I believe it. You know what I would do, Larry? I would just walk out the door, and the first person I saw, I would just be like, I'd go to Kelly, and it would make her so mad. I would just be like, boy, I'll tell you what, honey, that was a hell of a lot more fun than I expected it to be. And Kelly would be like, shut up and get in the car. I don't expect him to play Lou Rawls. Yeah. I was going to put that in. You know what, Larry? I screwed up in my video.
Barry White.
There's a famous scene from the Wayans Brothers show back in the day. I think it was in Living Color, where Lou Rawls is the proctologist. Dang it, I meant to make that a scene of the video, like where you come walking in, and I was just gonna do a little clip, and he's like, what kind of anesthetic do you use? And she's like, honey, Dr. Rawls only uses one kind of anesthetic. And it, anyway, it is what it is.
Wow.
But Larry, very quickly, I just want to just do an encore for the people who might have missed it. Very quickly.
Don't go in there. Please. I'm begging you. Don't go in there. Don't go in there.
I'm going in.
All right. Enough of that, Larry. We don't need to rehash this. Let's talk cruising.
Yes. It was funny. I made some notes.
Wait, Robin Allison said the best thing Larry could do when he walked out the door is just start singing Zippity Doo Dah.
That's my go.
Funny.
That's my go-to phrase.
Oh, good Lord, says Mr. Z. Yeah, listen, welcome to the Cruise Channel, the ship show, where we talk about all things cruising and other things.
Procedures and you name it. We got it all. So I made some notes, and it was so ironic that people were posting about this before we went live. Tess was one of them. So I looked it up, and we're 128 days from embarking on the Coop Cruise, which means less for people. Most people are going a day or even 2 days before it. So 128 days till embarkation. So then I started thinking, I always look at when you've got something a ways, like, how is this time going to go by fast? And it's like, with this time of the year, you have Halloween in 8 days, Thanksgiving in 35, Christmas in 64, New Year's in 71. You get past New Year's and you basically have about 6 weeks.
Yeah,
and
I know.
Boom, there it is. So to me, this time of the year goes by so fast because of all the different holidays and all the different things that are going on. And I was like, once you get to New Year's, then we are really on the cusp of getting on this cruise ship. So,
well, I'm definitely excited for the Coop Cruise because I have so much stuff planned and I know it's going to be really fun. I can tell you this. I know a lot of people have been asking, and I know we have a couple extreme planners within the group. I'll leave it at that. I can make this announcement. We've made very serious headway for a group excursion in Curacao or Curacao. It's Curacao, whatever. We've made forward progress, and we actually, for sure, depending on the number of people, if Arnold's still here, feel free to tell me to shut up or text me and tell me to shut up. But I'm pretty sure I'm just going to say it. As it stands right now, we may have a whole, I won't say the whole resort, but all of the public all-inclusive spots for a specific resort in Curacao, aside from the guests that are actually staying there, which means it would be sold out for everyone on board but us.
That would be really cool. That would really, really be cool. Yes.
Yes. Okay. I don't want to give the numbers just yet, but it's over 100. Put it that way. There's logistics involved because we have to make a deposit to secure this. And it's almost, and they're being gracious and giving us like 60 days or 30 days to tell them our final count so that they can either refund the deposit amount or, depending on how many people are going, actually discount the rate more than what you would normally pay. But this is an all-inclusive resort. I'm not saying it's Mr. Sancho's. I'm not saying it's Paradise Beach Club, but it is right by the port. Some of y'all can do some math. I'm not going to announce the resort unless Arnold wants to, because we're actually have two lined up, both kind of a very similar deal. The one I'm leaning towards Feel free to mention it, Arnold. I just suck at names. You can name the 2 resorts. One's more promising than the other only because they're easier. Yeah, we'll hang on with the names, but we do have. I've gotten a lot of questions. Is there going to be like a group excursion? Curacao, that's where we're going to do it. So, all inclusive. When I say all inclusive, I mean food and drink included. So, stay tuned for that. I can tell you it's probably going to be somewhere in the $100 range.
Which is still, people get a little spoiled with Mr. Sancho's and Paradise Beach, and I know they've gone up, and they still might only be like I think they're like $65. They were like $50 forever, but there's not many places like that are priced that way. Infinity Bay that I've been to twice, it's like $125, I think, and it's well worth it. I mean, it is well worth that money. So hopefully everybody realizes not everywhere you go can you find a Mr. Sancho's or Paradise Beach.
But let's think about it.
With that price.
How much did we pay at Infinity Bay?
As I said, I want to say $125.
Yeah, so put it this way.
And it was well worth it. I mean, I went back another time. I've been there twice. It was well worth the $125 to go there.
Yeah, and let's be honest. Some of my fondest memories on the group cruises have been those excursions, like Mr. Sancho's, Paradise Beach, Infinity Bay, where the whole group got together as one and just kind of spent the day. We're in like the Doctor Will Be for Larry tomorrow, says John and Diamond. A lot of people saying Infinity was $150 or more last time I checked, and not unlimited. Yeah, this is definitely food and drinks included. We've already checked that. So stay tuned for that. I mentioned earlier in the week, if you're part of the Coop Cruise group, the Woo Hootenanny, that'll be happening, right, Larry?
Yes. I didn't realize we were going to that name.
Well, I just came up with that in
it was cool.
Yeah.
It was very cool.
I think we were gonna call it Bourbons with the Brand Horse.
Yeah.
But I thought to myself, Woo Hootenanny is much better than Bourbons with the Brand Horse. Sorry, Larry Brandhorst.
Yeah, I guess my only thing too was I could just see some people saying, "Oh, they're gonna go to a bourbon bar," and I don't like bourbon, so I'm not gonna go. Where this leaves it wide open to your imagination. So
yeah,
originally it was very clever. I liked it.
There was talk about a bar crawl, but that's just too much. So it's a Woo Hootenanny. Details to follow. No need to get caught up in all the details at the moment. We will have a huge Zoom call before this whole shindig goes down with everyone in the group and kind of break it all down for people so they know what's up. And there's more events that I still have to, get into the app. I'm doing one event at a time so I can get the app working and check it each time. So, stay tuned.
So I was very happy to see that you got that going.
Yeah.
After all your frustrations with it.
It was such a eureka moment, Larry, when I finally put in a bunch of code and I looked over at the other screen and saw that the app was doing what I wanted it to do. I was like so exasperated. I was literally scolding ChatGPT for a month. Like, you keep forgetting that the name of my data source is this, and you keep asking me to verify my data source. Just assume this is my data source from now until eternity. Stop asking me the same questions. Stop forgetting our progress. Please, can we move forward? I'm yelling at an AI bot, Larry. And then one day I just decided to come at this bot from a different angle and bada boom, bada bing, whoof. There we go. It's working. Now you guys can filter the events in the app. You can say, "Ooh, let's see. Let me search for the Woo Hootenanny." It'll come up, but the image will be there. So as you're scrolling through the days, you see the images and not the words. That was important to me. The words are, they get lost in the mix. You see a picture of Larry, for at the Cigars Under the Stars or whatever, it stands out. You don't want to just see the text scrolling up across the page. You want the image. So we got it. There's a chat feature in there, Larry. There's a whole section in there for your coop mates where you can.
I think the chat feature is amazing. I think people are gonna love that.
Well, yeah. So the chat is one of the things that will only work if you have internet. Okay, but the agenda and your coop mates, like if you want to say, hey, let me filter this list by the people who are from Texas, or however you want to do it, you can do it.
Very cool.
The new Rooster Buddha base is done. Just need to clean up file and send to the CEO for approval, and then printing of the Golden Cock begins. There will be a very special Golden Cock Award for the Coop Cruise for sure. Jamie says, thank you for all your work on the Coop Cruise. Thank you, but I really do enjoy it. Larry's been helpful. Arnold's been helpful. Trevor's been helpful. Paul's been helpful. Matt Bird, all up in the mix. Jamie, of course. Jamie has been my springboard for a lot of things. If I'm being honest. So, it isn't just me putting in the work. Larry's done some research on stuff too. We're all working on it.
It's been a pleasure recruiting people to go. I had a couple that I could tell were gonna they were fading, and when I lost that couple out of the blue, a couple that have never cruised before, they signed up, and they're all gung ho. So, we've got a lot of friends of friends and friends of friends that have not cruised before that are going, so they're very excited about it too. And I gotta admit, there is something about Aruba that really intrigues people. So when you say this is where their cruise is going, you grab their attention.
Oh yeah,
it's Aruba. It's
the ABCs.
Well, a lot of people that haven't cruised before don't know a whole lot about Bonaire or Curacao, but everybody knows about Aruba, and they'll always say
the Beach Boys.
Well, people will just say, friends of ours went to Aruba. They said the beaches were unbelievable. This was great. That was great. So it's got some mystique to it, I would say. Yeah.
Linda Cusiak's here. Congrats on the new dog. And hope you're feeling better. She said, I thought the Coop Cruise went to Alaska. Not sure where you got that information, Linda Cusiak. It might have been from Pal Cetera. But since day one, the Coop Cruise has been to Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. Gina Bird says these will be all new ports for them. And I saw another one. Oh, Lindy Lou! We're so glad to have you this evening. Glad to have you, girl. Lindy Lou has just been a bundle of energy lately. I know that. She called in last week, Larry. She was a guest on the ship show. She killed it. Well done.
Very nice.
Let's see. Who else? Oh, Sue O'Connor's here. She says, I love Aruba. Hopefully we can make it. My experience with hopefully means we're leaving ourselves an out. But, Sue O'Connor, I tell it like it is, just like you do. Love you, girl. Timothy Walters in the place. How you doing, Timothy? Glad to have you. Matt Bird, Larry's doctor is going for a Newport. Oh, God. Oh, heaven's sakes. Hopefully he doesn't need a pilot.
Well, I can tell you this. I know that you don't have them on, but it's like I had to make sure I ordered a new set of underwear. So I got brand new Pumas that I'm gonna be wearing tomorrow. I'm like, ooh, that could be embarrassing. Like, I'm going in with fresh duds, man.
Well, make sure you bring a luggage mat.
When I was a kid, my mother would always
for
say,
your car seats.
What happens if you're in an emergency and you had to go to the hospital and you had on nasty underwear? Like they haven't seen that before. Like,
ABC Islands. Ass, balls, and cheeks, says Jimmy. No, it's Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao. I don't know how you could have gotten that mixed up, but you're way off on that one.
The only thing I'm saying is, unless she was thinking of the Coop Cruise / Sharon at Sea travel cruise that was in Alaska.
Yeah, well, you can if you
that was way back already.
Yeah, that a lot of times when you mute the ship show, which I would understand people to do, or leave for a while, you come back to a completely different world. One that's hard to understand. One that can be scary, quite frankly, if you haven't stayed up to date. For the rest of us, it's just normal. But yes, Linda Cusiak, the Coop Cruise is Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao. First stop, Parasite Beach. Oh no, sorry, that was a different cruise. Never mind. So lots of things in the works for that. Very, very excited. Sad to hear the other news in cruising, Larry, about the Allure of the Seas on the Swifty cruise. You saw that, right?
No. What happened?
The Taylor Swift, the themed cruise. Someone went overboard.
Yes, I did see that.
It seems I'm still shocked to this day how often we hear about this.
I would just tell this story that when I was a kid, my best friend's dad was, at the time it was McDonnell Douglas, and he was way up there in engineering. And when they would have plane crashes at places, like I remember he had to go to Germany one time to investigate this plane crash.
I see you, Trevor.
And the one time I was talking to him about it, and he said, "Here's the deal: there's going to be more and more plane crashes." And I'm like, I would think there'd be less with the safety. He's like, no, it's just simple numbers. Plane travel just keeps increasing at these huge rates. You're going to have more crashes, just like cars on the street. The more cars that are out there, the more car crashes you'll have. Well, unfortunately, that's a negative to the cruise part of it. They just keep increasing more and more cruise ships, and so this number will go up. It's a tragic thing. I still, it's my opinion that there's a good percentage of it that's people with depression.
Yeah, no, I get it.
That's my opinion. I think there are some that that are not, but yes, it's always sad to hear about it. Just always sad. Yes, and I did hear about that. I was on a ship once, and there were deaths involved, and it just put a huge damper on it, because you're like, thankfully it was towards the end of the cruise, and it was just hard to try to have a good time when you knew that our ship was involved with deaths. That's the best way I could put it. So,
yep,
you kind of move on, and life goes on, but very, very sad. Yes.
Would you like to come say hi? Yes, you would like to say hi, wouldn't you? Where's your sister? Go get your sister. She wants to say hi, doesn't she? Nova! Come here, Noves.
I'm shocked you haven't had to run after one of them yet tonight.
Come here, Novies. Hi, Nova Scotia. Yeah, there's baby Nova. She's a little bit more calm than Luna, if you haven't noticed.
She older?
Younger.
Wow.
Luna's 2, she's 1.
Wow.
Only bad thing about Nova is she doesn't give kisses, Larry. She won't give kisses.
Oh, darn.
I'm sure
Oh,
that bothers you.
God, yes. Oh,
Oh. Nope, they're gone.
they occupy themselves now instead of them
Yeah,
bothering you.
I got no complaints with that, Larry, honest to God. But then there's times, how you doing, Party on the Sea? Then there's times when I get a little sad because I miss when my Luna was so, like, dependent on me for, like, all of her entertainment. And now, like, you know, she's not so interested. So it's like I have to fight for her attention now. But I got to say, it's been nothing but an absolute pleasure. Like, I never would have thought, and hopefully I'm not jinxing myself. I never would have thought bringing another Doberman into this house would have been so seamless. Honest to God, it's better. It's better that way. That's all I'm gonna say. But
that's good.
How many cruises do you have before the Coop Cruise, Larry?
Just one.
Okay, and that is
Symphony of the Seas.
That's
38
right.
38 days.
Speaking of Symphony of the Seas, I saw a fantastic cabin tour on Symphony of the Seas today. I mean, it was stellar. One of the best videos I've ever seen. I mean, it was some of the most hard-hitting footage
I'm watching this
I've
and
ever
I'm
seen
like,
in my life.
What? Why am I watching this? That was when the festivities had kind of begun for me.
I know there's one person in this chat right now, or in the chat right now that's just like,
oh my gosh, shut up. Would you knock it off?
Listen, quit your...
Would you knock it off?
That's what I was doing the whole time. I had to watch 6 minutes and 5 seconds of two girls talk about a random cabin on Symphony of the Seas that I'll never be in.
I'm watching. I'm like, there's got to be something to this.
Trevor just unsubbed.
No, I got to tell you. So there were times that I would kind of go to people's reviews of a room if I hadn't been on a ship, try to just see. No, it's like, I love when they go in there and they open up every drawer and then they open up the closets and they talk about how many hangers are in there and they go into the bathroom and they show you how the shower door works. It's like,
yeah,
I don't have.
Well, there's some people like Tess that will want that information. I need to know how many drawers, so I can figure out the clothes to top of drawer ratio. I need to know the distance between the drawer when it's open and the mattress, so I can figure out if I need to put my luggage under the bed or give my room steward a little something to take it somewhere else, or if I need to bring a hacksaw and shorten my drawers.
Yeah, well, that's not me. The only thing I'll look at is when I'm on Royal.
I'm just playing Flamingo Pam. Tess knows.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Larry, it's coming. Oh, she hung up before I could answer. I was going to answer, Tess, but, Tess was calling.
So I look at when I'm on a Royal ship and I have a balcony, they'll flip this depending on the room. I like it where you walk in and the sofa net is first and the bed is by the balcony. There's other rooms where it's flipped the other way because if the weather's really nice, I like to leave the door open at night. So when I was on the Iceland cruise, most nights the door was wide open. It was awesome. Really, really nice. and the bed was right there next to it. So I do look for that at times, but then the rest of it's just I'm not criticizing. It's just not my thing.
Speaking of wide open, I'll be thinking about you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Larry. I can't help it. No, but for real, like, I was a victim of the thing that irritates me more than anything. Or I wasn't a victim. I was behaving the way that it irritated me about, like, me making content, right? Nobody watches that crap because it's too long. Right now, granted, a room tour is as basic, and there's only one room tour you need to ever watch in the history of room tours. If you've been on 3 cruises or more, you get the gist of a cabin, okay? You don't need to know every detail of the room, right? You're going to have a tiny crapper. You're going to, maybe one crapper's bigger than the next. You'll have a certain amount of space. You don't need that information. You're there to have fun. There's one cabin tour you need to watch, Degenerate Cruisers, circa 2019, most likely, maybe 18. That's the cabin tour that you want to watch. Other than that, you got no more cabin tours to watch in the history of cabin tours. But it was 6 minutes and 5 seconds long, and I'm like, hey, man, what am I looking for here? Well, watch it. Dude, it's 6 minutes long. What do you want from me? I ain't got time for that. And I realized, I'm part of the problem. But I ain't watching a 6-minute room tour. Oh, look, I got, like Larry said, here, let's check out this drawer. Like, I'm looking in the drawers to see if I see a dildo in there. Like, I thought there was going to be something interesting. I'm like, oh, she accidentally, nope, was none of that.
I like when people show you where the outlets are, where the USB, it's like, I'll figure that out when I get in the room. It's like, I just don't need that information. It's like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I really do watch a lot of people on the cruise ship.
Trevor says, I'm pretty sure you've talked about this for longer than 6 minutes already. Well, I can tell you this. It's been more entertaining than watching 2 sisters walk around and tell you which way the toilet paper's facing.
Okay. That was a pretty good comment.
That was a good comment. That was a great comment, Trevor. I mean, for crying out loud, it was great. I don't even have a retort for that.
Just that it was a really good comment.
But be honest, would you rather watch a room tour or me rant about a room tour? I think we all know the answer to that.
Oh.
Speaking of, never mind. Here we go again with the toilet paper debate. Kevin Brubaker wants to know the Menti code. Stand by. I mean, for crying out loud. Just stand by. Y'all rushing for your prize. I feel like I sent the Velocians their prize, though. Am I wrong on that?
Hey, how about when I was at the Minnesota Wild game and they were playing the game this or that?
It's an outrage.
Yes, it was kind of cool though. They were questions that were they would say which player is older, and they would name 2 Minnesota Wild players. What arena's older, or what franchise is older. It was, and they would have one person that they picked besides everybody playing from your seat. They had one person actually playing the game that could win a prize. You had to get, I think, 3 out of 4 right. So it was kind of, I was like, this or that, what's going on? My assistant coach was with me. He's like, hey, this is the game you guys play.
Your assistant coach watches?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anytime someone I know, like at the golf course or something, they're like, yeah, I watched the show. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, you know what I mean? Because they all, they're all laughing and making fun of me in the background. But Jamie wants to know, will there be any shaving before the procedure?
Well, that they didn't make any comments to me about. So if there needs to be, they better be prepared. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, what I'm surprised about, Larry, not one time in the hour and 6 minutes that we've been live, have you jumped up in a panic?
I know. It's like, it's nothing like I thought people said it was going to be like. It's just not. It's now, like I said, I haven't been feeling good, and so I kind of, like they said, you may have already gotten a lot of it out of your system. But I started drinking it at 2:45, and I did not go to the bathroom until about 5:30, and it just hasn't been like, I'm not holding it. Trust me, I don't need to go. I'm gonna go and drink my last glass of the stuff, but I thought for sure.
Super awesome. I'm sorry, Larry. I can't help it. Uh-oh, what happened? Shoot. I can't help it. Big Al, he said his cheeks are tight. Just look at his face. I'm sorry, Larry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. It just hasn't. It's when I told Melissa I was doing the show, she's like, "You're never going to be able to do it. You will not be able to do it." She's like, "I'm just telling you, you will not be able to do it." And I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "Because at around 8:00, or I was like in the bathroom every 5 minutes." She's like, "You will not be able to do it." And so she asked me a couple kind of questions about it, and I told her, and I said, "It's already like a clear yellow." And she's like, "You're done. You're cleaned out. You're good to go."
Hey, we have a legit cruise question, Larry.
All right.
I'm going to let you answer it first.
Okay.
She says, is it proper to tip a bartender / bar waiter $1 to $2 when you order a drink with a voucher? I did this last time on a cruise, but I was wondering if that was the correct amount.
Okay, so this is a little thing that I do. So I have...
Flamingo Pam says you're sitting on a portable toilet as we speak.
I thought that might be an option, but I have this little jar. I don't like carrying a lot of money, and
I didn't know you were talking about the tips. Okay, all right.
Excuse me. So I accumulate a ton of ones, and I just save them for a cruise. So when you go, on Carnival, I give the tip on that. You're getting the receipt. I give $1 tip. Very seldom do I not. The person has got to have attitude or something that I don't give $1. If they make, when I go to the Alchemy Bar, if they make something that takes quite a while, like a really, really good dirty martini where they grind up the olives and all that, I'll give 2 or 3. On Royal, I carry those ones and I flip them cash. And the same when we were on Norwegian. We loved the one bartender, and I'd give at least $1 every time, and then every so many nights I'd give a 5 or a 10.
Yeah.
And it goes a long way.
Yeah, but we're talking voucher here, right? So I think what she's saying is like free drink.
Okay, so when with my Diamond Plus I get 5 free drinks, there's no way I still wouldn't give $1 tip.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of like at the club, they always have a net par special, right? That's discounted. Like maybe $5, but normally it would probably cost you 16 or something. You would tip based on the actual normal price of the item as opposed to, but when you're doing a voucher and it's a free drink, of course I would do that. I think that's appropriate. Yes.
And like I said, I am not one to tip no matter what. So if you get a bartender that makes you wait a long time as he dilly-dallying around or on his phone or something like that,
yeah,
then I don't. But typically the guys, especially the guys like on the pool decks, those guys work so hard in like ridiculous heat.
What was our guy's name on Bromania? Arnold would know.
Oh man, he was great. Like that. Those guys, and once you tip them, it's almost to the point you can't get rid of them. They just really go above and beyond.
Yeah, we tipped him $50 a day. Or, that's what but what the only thing that disappointed me about that, Larry, was that he was so good that we tipped him a little extra because we liked him so much and he was a lot of fun. It was almost as if as soon as we gave him the tip, he went and told all of the other bar. Everyone started swarming around.
These guys are big tippers.
Yeah. But my Sharona says she's behind. She's behind, but propofol for the win. I missed the comment. I'm sorry. Where'd it go? It was there. Now it zoomed by faster than I could get to it. But she says she can't sing as well as the rooster either. I'm pretty sure you can. I don't sing that well. Let's just be honest. But someone asked who farted earlier. That was definitely Larry. I mean,
no. You think I would risk that right now?
No, I'm saying if Larry farts, it's always like calm. It's sophisticated. When I do, it's more like this. And I'm just looking you right in the eye the whole time, like.
Yeah, I wouldn't be, I'm not trusting anything right now, I can tell you that. It's like.
That's me. You could tell the difference. Larry's a gentleman about it.
Depends on who I'm around.
Garrett says, with that, I'm out of here. That got the Cruise World out. No, they left before that. Good to see you, Cruise World. It's been a while. I think Stain said it best. Or whoever that band was that sang that song. It's been a while since you left me on my feet again. It's been a while, but I can still remember. All right, enough of that wild crap. Larry's a crop duster. I forgot about that, Matt Bird. Oh, dang it. Where'd Larry go? Did he run off or did it just time out?
Again?
Oh, you cut off for a minute. Matt Bird accused you of being a crop duster.
Well, maybe at times.
John and Diamond says if that's the case, maybe Rooster's the one that needs a colonoscopy. Larry, can I tell you something?
Go ahead, fire away.
My handicap is in the 12s now. Just wanted to let you know that.
Very good.
Serious improvements have been made. And I want to tell you one other thing that I'm very proud of that happened for the first time in my life on Sunday with my dentist as a witness. I shot an 86, okay. That's not what I was aiming for, but I'm happy with it. I'll take it. On one of the short par fours, I had a legitimate 283-yard drive.
Wow.
I'm just saying,
Good.
I got
That's
my new
good.
driver. My swing speed went from 82 miles per hour at the beginning of the season to now 105. And boy, I can put a hurting on a ball, but whether or not it goes straight's another story. But
yeah,
I had a legit straight 100 or 283-yard drive. I've never outdrove my dentist. He's pretty consistent around 290 or so.
Wow. That's
but I did on that one, and I had to just say, oh, look at that, would you? I just beat you by a yard. Jose Lara's got to go. He's on his way to work. Good to see you. Garrett's leaving too. I guess the fart jokes don't play so well here in the shit show.
I guess not. Yeah, you're running
Sorry about
everybody
that.
off. Running everybody off.
My bad. But 283 yards, Larry.
That's impressive. That is very impressive.
My driving average, according to my watch, it was about 217. I'm typically in the 220s. Sometimes I get 235, but I'm like, okay. It's been creeping up. All I'm trying to tell you, Larry, is I'm getting better.
Yeah, that reminds me, we never did plan out our golf meetup. I need to start working on that for next year and just do it.
Let's
Pick a
do it
date
in
and we're
French
gonna
Lick,
do it.
Indiana. Let's do it.
Well, we can go and visit Larry Bird's mother. She's
They
still
have
alive.
some of the most awesome courses over there.
It blew my mind. So years ago, someone says to me, "Have you ever been to French Lick, Indiana?" I'm like, "I've driven through it. It used to be my territory." And they're like, "We're going there for this golf thing," and I'm like, "Oh," and they're like, "Oh no, you have to look this course up.
It's a Pete Dye
like,
course.
It is really nice. It is like really nice. You just wouldn't expect it to be there, but
you know who might come? Big Al, if it's in Indiana.
That's a hop, skip, and a jump for him.
Yeah.
Maybe even Jamie from Sharon at Sea Travel will come.
Oh my gosh, how great would that be?
He said he golfs. It was like 35 years ago.
You know, I feel bad though. Trevor brings up a good point. And I have to imagine, Trevor, like, especially you and I during Bromania, right? What was happening during Bromania?
The Masters.
Yeah. He's like, I don't understand golf, but I watched golf for 3 days with the guys on Bromania.
Oh, we did watch a lot of golf. It wasn't so much of that. It's just that we gravitated to that Playmaker bar. That Playmaker bar was awesome. It was just awesome location and awesome TVs. And it was when the one day, remember, they were playing and it was ridiculously windy to the point that they were even laughing about how bad a shots they were hitting.
I'll never forget that. Yeah. Big Al says he might be able to make it to French Lick.
Okay, well, I'm going to work on that.
Speaking of French Lick, never mind. I'm going to leave that alone. I think we should do French Lick, Indiana. They got places to stay.
Okay, did Arnold bribe you to pick this location?
I swear he didn't, but I know that Bunta went there recently, and it was cool as heck.
These guys that we golf with at our course, they go there like once a year, and they just rave about it. Just absolutely rave about it. And, I mean, for me, that is a nothing drive. It is maybe, I'm going to guess, maybe 4 hours, somewhere around 4 hours. If Matt Bird would come up, that's not bad.
That's close to him, too.
Yeah, it's just a nice central. You come down.
Gina says it's 3 hours from Matt.
Yeah. So,
French Lick, Indiana, next year.
I'm not stating this has to be a guy only thing either.
No, absolutely. You know, listen, trust me. Rhonda Carney will be there.
Yes.
Dana Kump will be there.
Yes.
Diamond Campa will be there. Just kidding. They don't understand golf.
My only thing I do not remember is exactly how close it is from Indianapolis. I know that. I know where Indianapolis is in regards to.
Well,
Terre
I can
Haute.
say I think it's West Indiana.
South and to the south a bit.
Yeah,
I thought it was west and to the south. So if you had to fly, you could fly into Indianapolis, but it would be cool if people flew in for it. But I'm going to work on this. I'm going to work, and the nice thing is that my hockey season is over February the 8th.
Arnold says it's way south.
Way south. Okay. Because I used to drive.
Trevor wants to be the cart girl.
All right. We've got to. I could. That wouldn't be a problem with me. I'd like to do that.
Jimmy says it's a 25-hour drive for him. Count him in. I love it.
That's not so bad, 25 hours. How long does it take him to get to Minneapolis?
Yeah, I know, really. But, it kind of bothers me, Larry. Like, I feel like, You haven't been too interested in golf this year. I know you've been busy, but it's almost like when's the last time you golfed?
Oh boy, 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah, like last year I remember we were comparing notes all year long. It's like
Well,
it's just been one of those years, huh?
Well, I knew it was 5 cruises, especially that one to out of London. That was 15 days. So
Lenny
I
Low
knew I
Papa
wouldn't play.
Clayco will not. So
I
sorry.
knew I wasn't going to play nearly as much. So
one thing I do know, Larry, is this spring I would like to do the trip you were proposing at those courses near you.
Oh, you mean down at Branson? Oh,
yeah.
Jeez.
Was that in Branson? I thought you said they were like just north of you there. Is that Branson?
No, Branson's down to the southwest.
You said there was like a couple courses like super awesome ones around you.
Well, the one I play is really nice. There are other ones. There's a Jack Nicklaus, there's an Arnold Palmer that are really nice.
I
but
do
really, really, really nice courses. I mean, they're the ones down at Big Cedar.
Dennis Kuhn says you better be ready Monday.
Yeah, he's my partner in our 2-man scramble.
Oh,
yes, we play in a senior scramble when they have them. This thing has gotten so big, it's so reasonably priced, and they'll sell the thing out in a matter of hours. And the same people do it over and over. So yes, I got to get my game in order because I like to win those things. And this year, because I haven't played as much, we haven't won. And last time we came in second. So yes, I got to get my game in order.
Gina, I've had something in my eye all day and I can't get it out, but it's caused a lot. I think I might have just scratched it playing with the dogs, but like it's just been very irritating. My comment was that propofol is the best nap you will ever have. It's why they give it to you when they do the procedure. Gotcha. What was I going to say about that? Oh, I have something to tell you, Larry. So I got the new Callaway Opus 56. John has pink eye from nose fart. Super awesome. Yes, but I did 36 holes on Saturday, and somewhere in the 36 holes, I let someone borrow my wedge. They say they put it back in my bag, but I don't even recall telling them they could or could not use my wedge. I think there might have been confusion there, but my 56-degree wedge disappeared at my course.
Oh, gee.
Never turned up. Can you believe it? Like, it never turned up. Like, there's a lot of etiquette in golf. You don't steal someone's club.
Yeah, my partner Dennis Kuhn. He I can't remember what iron. We get down. He's like, I can't find. I don't have whatever iron. And I'm like, oh, no worries. So, what do they want one iron for? And never showed up.
Somebody wants a jumbo grip, graphite shafted, 56-degree Opus wedge more than I do. I had to get another one, Larry, because it is my absolute go-to club.
Yeah.
Luckily, my indoor league starts tomorrow. I don't know what the weather's like where you're at, but we only got a week or two before all heck breaks loose.
Yeah, but it's been, the weather here has been,
that's what Julie calls
perfect during the day. At night it gets pretty chilly, but during the day it's like perfect weather.
Flamingo Pam, I'm well aware. I don't know what's wrong with it,
but I agree. We're gonna all of a sudden we're gonna wake up and the week's gonna be like high in the low 40s. But right now I can't complain. It's been really. It's hard to believe that we're almost at the end of October. The weather's still been that nice.
Well, last year at Halloween we got 6 inches of snow.
I mean, St. Louis, it's the weirdest thing. We just don't get that much snow anymore.
Yeah.
We really don't, but we'll get bitter cold weather. It's like horrible cold weather.
Yeah, you guys do get some, really
And
cold stuff.
we get ridiculously hot and humid weather. It's like we get the worst of both ends of it. But yeah, this weather, I don't know how much longer it's going to last. So
Kevin Brubaker says he knows somebody that got 6 inches last Halloween. Well, do tell, because we know you're not talking about Julie. Julie hasn't seen 6 inches where you guys live since before global warming. So let's just be honest there, Kevin. But so good. What I meant to tell you, Larry, was the good news is my indoor league starts. Okay, Kevin. Pam, get on that, man. Hold on. I did it. At my indoor league, they got people, they'll put my jumbo grip on my club there in like 10 minutes. Because I'll tell you what, I do not, because all my clubs are jumbo now, when I grab a standard grip club, it feels like it's the most awkward feeling ever.
Yeah, I go for the medium. I go medium size, and when it's a regular, it feels like you can't get a really good grip on it.
Yeah, especially
it's weird. It's definitely weird. Yes,
agreed. But they do say that when you have jumbo grips, you lose a lot of hand, maybe release power that you might normally have with a smaller grip. But I'm not looking for that. Anyway, there's a joke there that I'll leave unsaid. Let's get off the golf topic, Larry. We need to let Brubaker off the hook. There will be no this or that this evening. I was actually thinking.
Hopefully, he wasn't staying on. He wasn't just staying on. We can do a this or that based on my experience tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of hoping Larry would be chugging that stuff all night, and there would just be like constant trips back and forth.
I thought for sure I would not be able to sit here this long. I thought for sure, and I drank it like. Here's the thing I don't understand is why does everybody drink the same amount? It's like Melissa had to drink the same amount as I did, and it took her. She said 4 hours to drink it. I had it down in like 2. I don't know. This is just nothing like I thought it was going to be. But on that note, I'm gonna do one more glass of it, and I'll show it. It's a weird taste, but it's nothing like all that bad.
Gina says she was looking forward to the sound effects. These? Oh, you mean the Larry sound effects from the bathroom. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about... Yeah, that's... Okay. Oh, wrong one. We're going to be silent while Larry's gone. How you doing? Oh, for heaven's sake. Larry's doctor walks in and says, Larry, how you doing? Oh, pretty good. You ready to get started? I am. What kind of music would you like? Larry's like, what? Is there a specific kind of music you'd like to hear during the procedure? I hope not. No. What kind of music do you like? I'm kind of a fan of old R&B love songs. Are you okay with that? No. You guys know any Slippin' Digit? Never heard of them. Nurse, can you find Slippin' Digits for Mr. Bum? Speaking of Bum. Okay, I figured he'd be back by then. I can only improv for so long. But then, All right, Mr. Bum. It's time. I know the Lou Rawls thing is the best. Yeah, the Lou Rawls skit is priceless. You'll never find a sphincter titled. Okay, never mind. There's just the jokes don't. The jokes write himself. I've already crossed the line. It's just terrible. I grew up in the summers in a small town in Vermont, hanging out with my brothers and cousins and uncles, having belching contest on the porch. She's heard it all. Anytime I hear a whole song, it comes, yeah. There was a song by Andy Dick, who has pretty much been disgraced at this point, with the initials LBR. It was called Little Brown Ring. You can Google it if you want. Oh, Larry's back. You got the high C?
It came with a flavor pack. I didn't even try that.
I wonder if you could put like Tang in there. You know what I mean?
So it came with this. It came with this, it's like a lemon flavor thing. And
you're not going to try it?
I'm going to try it right now. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I kind of forgot about it. I didn't want to put it in the whole jugs. I'm like, what if I don't like the taste of it?
Flam Pam, thank you. I don't know who asked, but she brings up a good point. But October expires in 4 days. I know all of you people try and procrastinate, and it's not procrastination. You knew a long time ago you weren't going to do a video. You just like to make excuses. Much like my teenage daughter, and say, well, I don't have any ideas. We've made it very clear. All you have to do is say, hello, I am such and such. You don't even have to show your face, for crying out loud. You could put a video of random chickens dancing around a field and say, hey, I'm Joe Schmuckatelli from Sphincterville, Arizona, and I just want to wish you all a happy October. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to do anything special. But you all be saying, oh, I don't have any ideas. Oh, I'm too shy for camera. Oh, I'm so busy. Oh, I forgot. Thank you, Flam Pam. She posted the link right there. But excuses are like what Larry's doctor's camera will be entering tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say.
This is how easy this stuff is to go down.
Look at you. You're right, John and Diamond. John should have said, thank you very much, Flam Pam. Thank you, Mom. It's Flam Pam. Thank you, Mom. So does it taste like chemically, or is it just like kind of like a Gatorade-ish, or like?
Well, this stuff I should have tried it earlier. So this just gives it like a hint of lemon. So it definitely, I thought it made it taste better, but it's just I can't say it tastes just. It's not just like water. I'm not gonna lie, but it's not. It's really not that bad. It's not far off from water. Now this one I had put in the fridge, and I was first drinking it. I had you make it at like 10 in the morning. You shake it all up to get the powder all dissolved, and then you start at 3. But then I could drink it faster if it wasn't right out of the refrigerator.
John and Diamond want to know if you had to take laxatives first.
Okay, you don't have to, and I did not take a laxative, so I was taking like a Miralax.
Brandoline,
really, really mild.
You don't understand. Her last name is Chance. The running joke in the ship show is she is Flamingo Palm Chance. That's why we say Mom. It's a running joke. Flamingo Palm Chance. That's why we do it.
So if you
Jimmy-
put that in your coffee in the morning, you will not taste it. Miralax is like really, really mild. Put that in your coffee.
Right.
It kind of gets the process going. And I think because I did that, this wasn't all that bad.
Okay, I may have misspoke and said we, but Palm Chance, you know what I'm talking about, and it isn't just me. That's what we always called you back in the day, so don't even try it. Don't try and put the onus on me. You're Flamingo Palm Chance. Because you corrected us when we said Flamingo Flam Pam Chance. You're Flam Palm Chance. That's how it goes around here, and you know it. Jimmy wants to know if you can give us the time of the procedure so we can have a moment of silence.
Oh my.
Larry, you've been a good sport about this.
Hey,
and you know what? Quite frankly, the way you've handled this has made me want to take the pill.
You do that they now are saying they're not going with 50 anymore. Now
it's 45.
To get it done at 45.
Yeah. I gotta say, Larry, we got the news today that this guy in our virtual golf league, 57 years old, passed away last night. And we're like, what the heck? He was there every week. He was always joking, fun, and all this stuff. You know, you never know what can happen. Poor guy fell down the steps and succumbed to his injuries. It's like those things you can't prevent. But things like this, you can. So if you're of the age, you should probably do it. And I need to be put unconscious before I get to the office. I don't want to make any eye contact with anyone in the building. Just
you got to go
the
you got to go the exact opposite way.
Can they come to my house?
Oh no. I mean, it's I don't know any other way to describe it. Because I was in the waiting room with Melissa. It's like most of the people are older, but like, so if you have nothing, like they told Melissa, you don't have to have it done now for 10 years. Now someone else I know had it, and they had like 8 or 9 of those polyps, and they said, okay, it was all fine, but he has to go back now in a year. He has to have it done again in a year, and probably once a year for a while. But again, it's like, I was like, I can't believe I put this up. I look upon it as preventative. Anything preventative is way better. Preventative. So if there's a little bit of a higher risk and they say do it again in a year, you could do it in a year. And if something happens, they catch it right away.
Trevor wants to know if they have like coupons for like 2 for 1. I would go with Trevor. I feel much more comfortable if Trevor was with me during the procedure. That is
side by side holding hands.
Yes. Crazy Cat Traveler says my doctor noticed my 45th birthday, hence the unfortunate box coming my way. Well, Larry, listen. If I know one thing, I know you've been a good sport about this all night, and I know that you're waiting for me to end this show so that you can go. You need any of this here, Larry? I
have to go to sleep. I have to try to sleep right away. I have to get up at 3:30. I have to get up at 3:30 to finish off the rest of this.
You're gonna make me cry.
Yeah, I'm gonna be awake. And
so, what time's the procedure?
I have to be there at 7:30, but you have to wake up 4 hours before you're there, drink another liter of this stuff, and then you have to be there at 7:30. So with Melissa, she had to be there at 8. They took her back like right away, and they give you like a card with a number, and I could see on the screen by 9 o'clock she was getting it done, and by 9:30 she was done. I don't even know if it was that long. It was super fast. I was shocked how fast it was.
Well, we will have a moment of silence for you. But
I'm gonna
instead
say-
of a moment of silence, it's just going to be 3 minutes of this. All right, enough of the ding. I am a child, Larry. My jokes aren't even funny. As a matter of fact, I understand why the diehard cruisers hate my guts. Because I don't take anything serious, and
we got some good cruise talk, and we got some good cruise talk.
Yeah.
We got I thought some good talk in there. Yes, I'm actually really excited about going on the Symphony. I'm excited I shouldn't say that. Every time I go on a cruise, I get excited, but the Symphony was absolutely one of my favorite ships I've ever been on.
Well, I can tell you, based on that room tour that I saw this evening, I mean, it looks stellar. It looks fantastic. I can't wait to get on that ship.
I did see this too. The sister ship to the Icon, the Star, their Broadway show is going to be Back to the Future. I thought that sounded good.
I'm down for that.
I thought that sounded really good.
I would love to see that. But I mean, has it been on Broadway already? Back to the Future? I don't know.
I have no idea. But that's what they're doing.
Here I am in a DeLorean. I'm going 87 miles per hour. And then
It'll be
hit
something
the
like that.
gas and go 88 and the flames shoot out.
Unfortunately, Symphonies.
And we're back in the future. Yeah.
Theirs is Hairspray.
Sorry, that was my musical
Hairspray
version
is
of
like
Back to the Future.
really long, really long. But anyway, the ship is cool. It's got great venues. Wonderland is really fun. It's got a hooked. I like it.
And they make fun of the size of your manhood in the urinals in the public bathrooms.
Yes, they do.
That's always a plus, you know. It's bad enough Kelly does it, and then I got to go into the bathroom at the cruise ship.
I was showing the pictures to Melissa the last time, and she's like, "Where were these? Where were these?" And I'm like, "Right over my urinal."
They're directly above your urinals. They laugh at you.
And the old ladies pointing at them and laughing. It's a classic. Oh my god, it is funny. Very funny. It's just I really like the ship. We have good stops, and it's right after Thanksgiving, before Christmas, so nice little break, especially when the weather's not great here. So 38 days of that, and then my next one is Bromania, which is 128, and then boy, they kind of start rolling in again after that. But
I'm excited about this Back to the Future thing, though.
It's on the Star. Well, unfortunately, if you want to see it, you're going to have to shell out some big bucks to go on the Star of the Sea. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's expensive. I did notice that and Icon have gotten a little bit more reasonable, especially at what time of the year it is. But you're still going to pay a lot. That's all I can say. You're going to pay a lot to go on one of those two ships.
All I can think is like, like, oh my gosh, Doc, you didn't think that you'd get caught with that plutonium, did ya? But now we're being chased from some weird guys from Libya. So I gotta jump in the DeLorean, drive across the mall parking lot. I'm flying through the sky. And then I hit Marty McFly.
It might be something like that.
Is that,
Yeah.
you know, like, woo! He's such a dreamboat.
You've obviously seen this movie a few times.
Oh, Back to the Future was my life, dude.
That was a classic. It is a classic. Anyway,
You
I
are
thought
my
that was
density, my density, DENSITY. I'm your guy. You're my density. Sorry. Somebody, screen record that and send that off
Royal's
to the
got
Tony
the best shows.
people.
I don't care what anybody says. Royal's got the best shows. the Wizard of Oz on the icon was just amazing. I know you don't. Their diving shows and all that. It's way more than just a diving show anymore. Those are amazing.
Yeah.
Their ice skating shows are amazing. They just have great entertainment. So I'm really looking forward to going on the symphony.
Oh, Beverly Jidka, it's only a matter of time. And trust me, I would love it too. I know there's controversy here and there. Whatever with the new live action version of it. I'm excited. I've seen Wicked Halloween night in New York City by pure coincidence after the Sharon at Sea ship show Bermuda cruise out of New York. I saw it on Broadway, and then I saw it here locally in Grand Rapids, and it was just as fantastic. It'll be on the Octagon of the Sea. I'm pretty sure Wicked will be. It hasn't come out yet, but the ship show's in negotiations with Paul and Trevor and Wanda for Octagon of the Sea. It's coming out. So we will take that under consideration. We will have Wicked. Arnold will play the goat in the show. Tess Almond will be Alphaba. And I'm pretty sure Crazy Cat Traveler. Well, there's more information coming. Just stay tuned. Big announcements coming. Larry, final thoughts?
Good to be back. Let's see. I missed last week. The week before, you were cheering on your Guardians.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
They made the playoffs. They had a good run, Gotta support your team. But I promise you this. As soon as my mental faculties are with me tomorrow afterwards, I will post a video.
Congratulations, Tommy. You guys won. Yes, Larry, we want to make sure you're okay. Let us know.
I'll let you know, and I'll send another one of the food I order because I'll be starving.
Well, I'd recommend something high in fiber. Maybe some celery.
I'm going right for First Watch. Do you have First Watch where you live?
No, we don't.
They're kind of breakfast only. They're phenomenal. Really, really good.
All right. Congratulations, Tommy. You guys beat us fair and square. I did the way your freaking Santos just freaking touted our pitcher into victory. That's all it took. That was the most boss move I ever saw in baseball in my life. He just completely toyed with one of our best pitchers in the last at bat of that game, and he deserved it. You deserved to win after that. That was one of the greatest batting performance I've ever seen in my life. So congratulations, Cleveland. They're sports teams. They will take your soul, stick it in a garbage disposal, grind it up, then take a shop vac, suck it out, pour it into a bag, stuff it back in your chest, and say, maybe next year. That's what they do. But Larry,
they had a good playoff run. Be happy with that.
I'm not in it for the playoff run. I'm in it for the playoff win. Okay, Larry? That's how that's how I'm wired. But Larry, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Next week, we're going to be in the political freaking jammer. We got Bug-October coming up. Go ahead. If you're on the Coop Cruise, that was a mandatory assignment.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes, we said if you're going on a Coop Cruise, mandatory.
It was a mandatory assignment. And, oops, I hit the wrong button. It was a mandatory assignment. And, it's funny. I make posts about it. I make a post to Nova. 72 people will be like, oh, that's so cute. I say, hey, Bug-October. They're like, whoa, I want no part of that. No. Listen. You're on the Coop Cruise. That was a mandatory assignment, and it wasn't just so that I would have a Bug-October video. It was for something special I was working on for the Coop Cruise itself. And, you know, on Monday, I had 4 videos. 4. I don't have a lot more than that, if I'm being honest. So, you know, y'all want to flake out? You can flake out. Where's Wendy Johnstone's Big October video, huh? 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 You could point that phone at your dog and say, hey, doggy, wish everybody a happy Big October. Go to the chickens for crying out loud and say,
yeah,
it's Big October.
Let's get it done.
Kathy L. asked earlier, you said something about your phone. Yes, there's this way and there's this way, right? Now, look at your screen right now, okay? If your phone is like this, you're only taking up about 1/3 of the screen, right? So, for example, if I take my phone and it's like this, right? See, it's only, that's what image you're gonna see. But if you go like this, I suck at holding the camera, but you want it horizontal. Put it horizontal, please. Film your video horizontal so I don't have to do all kinds of weird stuff in editing. It saves me time. Beverly Judka. We'll see your Big October video tomorrow. Trevor Begokler, we'll see your Big October video tomorrow.
Yeah,
mandatory. Tess Almond, we'll see yours tomorrow. Tommy Casabona, we'll see your Big October video tomorrow. Nancy Fields, Daniel Fields, I'm sure we'll see yours tomorrow. Party on the Sea, we gonna see your Big October video tomorrow? Huh? Scott McNeil, I don't even have to ask. I know he'll come up. Who else we got?
Jamie from Sharon at Sea.
Jamie from Sharon at Sea, don't gotta worry about him. He always comes through. Crazy Cat Traveler, don't gotta worry about her. She'll submit her Big October video. Brandoline94 will do it without asking questions. Who else we got? Brubaker, he already sent his in. You know why? Because he's a good soldier. That's right, good soldier. Debbie Shafgans, of course she'll send in a Big October video. Let's see, who else we got? My Shrona, of course. Tess Almond, don't gotta worry about her. It'll come in. Flamingo Pam, of course. Robin Allison, looking forward to it. You know what, Larry? I want a Big October video from your doctor tomorrow, if you don't mind.
I'll put Melissa on that task.
Mr. Z, he'll send in a Big October video. And of course, Lindy Lou, you better send in a Big October video or I'm coming for you. I might jump in a DeLorean and go back in time and steal you from Mr. Z. And you'll never be able to watch the ship show again. Okay, that wasn't my best work, but it is what it is. Tess Almond, yes, of course. I think John and Diamond, they're already in the works. Kelly Madison always knocks it out of the park with that. So, Big October. Gina Bird, Matt Bird, where's your Big October video, huh? Hot tub style. I want you both in the hot tub, and I want Matt Bird to be like, honey, I see the abominable snowman over there. Go get him. And Gina says, that's your job. And Matt says, no, I'm scared. You're tougher than I am. And then, you know, somebody comes running out and goes, but I don't know. Work it out, birds. Make it happen. All right. Don't take any wooden nickels, everybody. Everybody pray for Larry tomorrow.
Thank you, everyone.
Pray for our country and everyone's idolization of their political heroes. I wish I was on a cruise next week so I could just sit there and watch the nincompoops crying. Yeah, but I can do it here. Doesn't matter. Just be nice to each other. Because nothing is going to get better in this world until we do. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks. Good night.
I'll be thinking about you, Larry.
Thank you.